Starting to the top left of the map, the Terran player for the GSL team. In red we have the captain. His name is
GSL Polt.
Does Polt come from Poltergeist?
No, I don't. When I asked him about it, he told me he just thought it sounded cool. And I think it does. It doesn't really mean anything to him.
To the top right we have his opponent. He is the Zerg player in this matchup. He is
GSL Sean.
He tricked the game with that extractor. Get an extra drone out. Well,
the one thing that is actually true about the GSL team is that most of their players, when they play, have a great posture, whereas some other teams are pulling a golem every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then. Oh, Polt, with the way he is postured here, it looks like he's definitely going to go for a command center first, and I think it would be crazy if Shine did not go hatch first. He's going to send a scout out fairly early. I think he wants to go double hatch before pool again.
Yeah, he could definitely do it.
And hatch, number 1. Goes to the watchtower, try to see any scouting workers from Polt, but Polt's not going to be scouting with this build. He wants to get the command center out a little bit faster, and this is a huge map. Not going to be able to get very much information.
Yeah, it's the command center first for Polt.
And, you know, I'm not sure what type of style Polt's going to show on this map in particular. He may show a similar one where he kind of turtles on 3 bases, then starts to attack, something that you described. Will he do the Polt build? Will he get the Banshees?
On this map, drop play is really something that you can pull off. We've seen this quite often. Drop play can kill a Zerg player if executed well, and Polt is known for his, well, for his unit control. There's the second hatch. Double hatch before pool. And the drone gets into the main base.
Gets in despite that. And he actually, if he wants to, he can take one of these gases and then really slow down Polt's tech. There's the pool right after that hatchery is made. Is that drone going to block a gas? That is the next question. I think he will. Depends on what Polt actually looks like. He's going to maybe take a fast third command center here. It's all come down to the next choice he makes. All right, double gas. Does not deny.
Yeah, he takes it immediately, and of course this is exactly what Shine wanted to know.
Yep. And he's just going to try to damage as many SCVs as he can before he gets killed here. Not going to fight the Marine, though.
Well, he could.
He could, but he decides not to. That's a cowardly drone. I guess he's a scout. He's not used to killing. He's like, maybe he'll leave him down. This is Polt giving him false hope. Nah.
Yeah, the Marine doesn't have a heart.
No.
Oh?
That heart went to complexity.
I guess.
Factory goes down. And he's going to make that reactor right away. Maybe putting some Hellion pressure on here. And with the hatch before pool at the third base, he may be able to do something here. This map is so big and the hatchery is so far away that he's probably not going to have creep over there. And he's definitely not going to have all of his queens there by the time the first few Hellions come out. He may have 4 Hellions over there, and Shine's probably not really going to be able to mine too much from this base.
The opening for Shine is, of course, giving him the economy that he needs, but still, on a map like this, where the bases are spread out that thin, it's always a little bit tricky as soon as you have to defend, because your creep won't be spread. And that is the time when Shine is going to be a little bit vulnerable.
Yeah, I think with 4 Hellions alone, he can do so much. He may send his first 2 over there, but I think he's just going to try to clean up the watchtower with that first, maybe. A lot of different options at these positions. If we were at cross position, things would be a little bit different. Now, I like the choice to make a spine. That one spine is going to make all the difference at that third base. He's starting to spread his creep over there, but it's not going to be there in time for the pressure. +1 on the way for Polt as well here. No starport just yet, and no third command center.
He builds a second spine crawler at his natural, so he's just trying to prepare for these Hellions. He knows exactly that this is something that could hurt him, and he wants to drone as much as possible. Additional queens are also part of the concept that he's going to use here, and we have him currently with 5 queens already. He's building queen number 6. 43 harvesters against 35.
Yeah. Speed on the way. It's not going to be done anywhere near in time. He checks the base, sees the spine. Now, he's making 6 drones, going up to 9 now. As the Hellions left, he felt comfortable. I noticed he was saving that larva until after he felt more comfortable to make the drones there. But Polt actually not going to attack that location. He's not going to try to go for the run by. He's just going to poke at the creep at the natural.
Now the lair tag and the Roach Warren. For Shine, it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to approach this game. The Roach Warren is actually something that I did not really expect for him.
Yeah, I didn't expect this either. It's something he's known for, going to Roaches, but what's he going to do with it? Is he just going to make a few to defend against the Hellions, or is he actually going to try to use them as part of his composition?
He doesn't need them against the Hellions because he has so many Queens and also
the
Spine Crawlers.
Exactly, so it's like he wants to make them part of his composition here. Lair is coming out. If we see Roach speed as soon as that Lair finishes, the mystery will be solved, but this is just not... It's not usual. See what he has planned. He may try to go for drop play as well. I don't think that's something he will want to do on this map. It's so far away.
Polt couldn't put any pressure on Shine. He was not able to kill a lot, only 1 drone, and that was the scouting drone from earlier. And I don't know, what Polt really has to do is he needs a few siege tanks if he really wants to stick with the composition that he currently has, and that's apparently the case. He's moving out now with Marine Marauder and Hellions. He has a huge army supply, but given that we already have the Roach Warren and still the lava left for Shine, he can prepare, but he didn't see this.
And also, there are 8 Marauders in this composition, so
now he
Roach
knows.
is not going to be too useful here, but he needs something.
He just needs a good unit composition. He needs a few more.
He needs a ton of lings, you know? He needs some lings with this as well, but he's got to catch the Marauder. He basically has to build a great composition with a lot of variety here.
With the Queens and the energy that he has a few transfuses available. He needs to buy some time.
Yeah, he definitely needs to.
And he does it. He buys some time here. The 3rd base, that's going to be the problem. Defending this is not going to be easy.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to, he's not going to be able to keep these Roaches alive. He's trying to set up a flank with the Queens. I don't think he has enough units, though.
He needs more, and he has not enough units, as he already said. He needs to get more Roaches, and he doesn't. Here come the transfuses. He takes down a lot of these Hellions, but in the end, it is Polt who's going to win this engagement. The drones are trying to fight. Maybe with the reinforcements, he can hold after all.
Yeah, a lot of these units very low, but the Queens do fall here, and the Hellions cannot be stopped. They will chase down those drones. More Lings coming out here. Polt has a lot of reinforcements he's not using, and since he didn't use them yet, Shine has actually held so far, and Polt, he's not going to be happy with this. Yeah, he got a lot of damage done, but I think he wanted to end this game, and that's not something Shine allowed him to do. He didn't even get the 3rd hatchery.
Polt currently doesn't have a follow-up, and he's just now building his 3rd command center, so even though Shine lost 15 harvesters, he is still ahead in the worker count. And it's tricky for Polt here. If we just watched the resources lost, it was a cost-efficient trade for him, but just the position that they're in right now, it's definitely tricky. It's really tricky, because now we have the Banelings, now we have also Baneling speed and Roach speed on the way, and I think the 2nd attack will not be as effective as the first one was. Shine still has a good economy, Polt doesn't have siege mode just yet, and he has no 3rd base.
Yeah, this attack is going to be a little bit less effective, but with all the weakened units that he left earlier, and also the Queens he killed, maybe he pushes through here, but
the army supply is way too much for Polt to handle.
There's too many Roaches out now. The Roach count is already up to 26. That's insane. He's got 4 more on the way. He's got Banelings. Speed is about to finish, as well as Roach speed. Now, if he doesn't hit before those 2 upgrades finish, he definitely won't be able to make this work. He's going to maybe try to target down the hatchery here. If he targets, he will probably be able to get it.
That run by was awesome. That one by was really smart by Polt. He forced the units of Shine to another position, very positional engagement, and then he walks in, but he is not going to kill the hatch.
No, barely not getting it. 108 hit points left. He's going to try to send Hellions into the natural, though, but there's already a defense set up for Shine.
Oh, but this could do a lot of damage. If he takes down the drones in the main base, this is exactly what Polt needs, because currently he's behind. But with this Hellion run by, he might be able to kill it. Shine is fed up, though. He's going for the attack. The problem is that Polt has siege mode.
Yeah, he has siege mode, 2 tanks and a bunker.
He's
Depends on how
not
fast
sieged
he
up,
reacts, though. He's not sieged. Will he siege in time?
No, he don't. He's trying to make this work without siege mode. Way too late with the siege, and this might lose him the game.
Yeah, you're so right. I think it very well may. More reinforcements rallying across the map. The Hellions have been cleaned up. Shine is all out here, taking out SCVs as he starts to set Micros' Roaches forward. And he's got a better concave inside there. Talking about Polt, but not anymore. The roaches have come into the base. And more banelings rolling in. May take out all these SCVs. Targets them down, but the roaches are still here. They're a big problem for him.
Polt is nearly dead. He needs to be very careful here. He lost so many SCVs in mining. He is down in the harvester count by quite a fair bit.
The banelings are so important here. If he hits them, oh, he's pushed him back, and now, you know, Polt will win this engagement with the Marines, but he's losing a lot here. More banelings roll through. This is a big attack by Shine. If he doesn't kill much more with this, Polt is actually almost even in harvesters with him.
He needs the siege tanks, but another siege tank is being killed, and now the banelings, nice, well picked off by Polt, very nice unit control here, but the damage that Shine deals to his teammate is way too much. It's way too much for Polt to handle. 31 against 40 harvesters. Polt has the mules though.
Yeah, and he killed a ton of drones with those Hellions.
Shine is apparently not willing to fall back on his economy.
Yeah, I think Polt actually definitely still has a really good chance this game. If he drops that third base, he can kill it. It's got like no hit points left.
He's not out of it yet. The question is, will Shine really build additional harvesters? Because right now it actually doesn't look like he's... Yeah, now he's trying to. Now he's going to, and here comes another round
maybe too many roaches.
It is so much.
The rest of the Marines come down, but they're a bit too late to the party, and now Shine taking a pretty good engagement. More Zerlings coming through. He's forced to pull the SCVs off again.
In total, the mules is the important part. If he's able to get the mules. Never in this entire series was Shine able to connect with the banelings. Polt would have lost the game if those banelings would have hit the bio army. But would have, could have, should have. Right now, Polt is forcing his teammate back. He's forcing Shine back here.
The upgrades 1-1 for Polt, 1-0 because he did not get roach upgrades. He got them for the Lings instead. Polt actually even up the supply here. If he hits a drop at that base that has 168 hit points right now and kills it, Shine is going to be really hurting. He doesn't even have creep connecting his bases. His creep is not spread across the map. He doesn't have any active tumors because he lost so many queens. The tumors he had active were killed by Polt earlier during that attack. Polt has a nice timing actually to counterattack right now. If he goes out with his siege tanks and just sets up a wall and a bunker back at home, he can hit that timing. He doesn't have to though. He can just go for a drop and turtle up here, and that's what he's going to do.
With the late siege up when Shine attacked, Polt was in a very bad spot, but thanks to his excellent unit control and him targeting every single baneling there was, he was able to stay in the game. If those banelings take out the Marines, it is lights out for Polt, but he stays in the game and he has all the mules. He had so much energy and his income was great. Now he's at 35 harvesters against 58. He's definitely not out of it just yet. Shine still in a decent position. The Zerg player trying to get a fourth base right now, but Polt certainly with the potential of coming back into the game.
Yeah, he certainly does, man. His army supply right now, 61 to 55. It's fairly even. This hatchery is so important. There is a wave of Lings here, but they're not... Well, actually, that could have been better by both players, but in the end, Shine definitely having that lucky baneling that helped them out, as well as the infestor that popped. Things are looking okay for Shine here as he is able to get his workers back up. He's been holding that hatchery. That is basically the thread he was hanging by, but now he's got another base to the south that Polt hasn't scouted yet. And this game is fairly even, but Shine got a little bit, not lucky, but things are fortunate for him that Polt was not able to kill that base.
Both players actually with a bit of luck. Polt, if he would have sieged up those tanks earlier when he saw the attack coming, Shine would have lost too many units busting up the ramp. But well, this is actually, this makes the game so much more exciting. We currently have the third base established for Polt with all the mules. He has a great income. Shine is transitioning into Hive. He's opting for the late game now with all the infestors that he has. He's ahead in upgrades, just a tiny little bit. +2/+2 about to finish.
And Polt seems to know about this base down here. It's something he may have known stylistically from his opponent, from his teammate here, but he is going to drop at a hatchery he does not know physically exists, but he's actually going to find himself with some Lings to defend against. We'll see if Shine actually defends as quickly. He saw this drop with an Overlord, but he doesn't send any units, and he's going to lose a Queen here. The hatchery should survive, but an Infestor pops out. He's going to be able to use that quite well.
The Infestor with a fungal here. At the same time, the army for Polt is marching towards the natural. And this is a scary force, especially with the Medivac support as it is. The hatch is not down yet at the bottom right. Here comes Polt, though. He doesn't have the supply of his opponent. Maybe a little bit too slow with the siege up. Those fungals, they hit home. Shine, on the other hand, streaming in with the Zerglings. Polt is on his last leg here, trying to defend the army supply. Currently, actually dead even.
Yeah, dead even. Polt, actually, this push is so important for him, though. He needs to make this work. He gets another Infestor, and Shine is in dire straits here as far as defense goes. He loses his Roach Warren, and a few more Zerglings falling very cost inefficiently here.
It's just the problem for Shine is he is not actually having his entire army together.
Everything is fragmented right now, and so Polt is actually going to break through, takes out a Queen, and this Hatchery that's low in hit points, will he be able to save it?
He stims in. No, he won't be able to save it. If Polt stims in, now he's going to take it out, and
like
here we go. The Roach is already gone. The Hatch, it dies.
And he's not mining from that Hatch to the south. Another Infestor goes down. Shine will catch these siege tanks on the back, but so many drones are going down here. Polt has another group of reinforcements streaming across the map. He needs to get these medevacs sent over there, though, so he can reinforce those.
Polt is on a roll right now. He is moving in. He has all the units that he needs. He has everything in this game. The reinforcements streaming in now, taking down another Infestor. These units are so important to Shine, but he cannot afford to lose them at this point. And now Polt is in the sweet spot. He's at the natural. He's taking down his opponent's economy and also the production.
Yep, using the macro hatches against his opponent, allowing himself to have a great position with his bioforces, and Shine is out here.
Shine is attacking the neutral depot.
There is a great shot of Shine. He didn't want to face his teammate here. He said several times his worst nightmare is going to be going to the up and down matches, but unfortunately Polt is putting him there, and he is going to have to GG here soon.
Shine knows that he could have won this game. It was a close match. Polt is going to win it, but it was a very, very close game.
Yeah, it really was. Razor thin, in fact, both players being at moments of victory or defeat. But it is Polt who comes out on top. He will take the series 2-1. And Shine, he's just trying to decide whether he wants to type GG and capital letters or lowercase in Hangul or not.
Shine should not be too disappointed here. He's a very young player, he has a lot of potential, and he has time.
Yeah, he does. Hive will fall, and he is looking around the map. Oh, he looks so disappointed. Polt with no mercy here, taking out the last of his structures. And GG. Polt takes it 2-1, eliminates his teammate, forces him to the up and downs, and he knows that the victory is bittersweet, but he will go on to Code S.
It's always tough when you have to face a teammate, and I feel that for the TSL team it's tougher than for most, because those guys, they are so close. And you can see that on one hand Polt is definitely happy, on the other now he knows that his opponent, he just lost. And there they are in the booth, both of them, talking about the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, Shine knows he could have won, but they are talking probably about this first attack, this wave that hit Polt's main base, when the Terran player was able to dodge every single Baneling. And these are great pictures. I love to see this. It's just awesome.
Yeah. It's always cool when you have two teammates play against each other and they talk to each other. There's a little bit of a story there.
If I would have to point out two teams who I personally think have maybe the best team spirit right now, I would name TSL and FXO.
Yeah.
To me personally, those are the two teams where I feel that the players are really, really close to each other. Not implying that it's not the case with the other teams. That
no, they really
players
stand
in the
out.
other teams hate each other, but I think they, as you said, stand out.
They stand out, and that's one of the two teams where I always see, you know, Slayers does this a little bit as well, but a lot of these teams, sometimes when it's their player playing, they just go alone to the studio, no coach, no other teammates, but TSL will always send another player. Also, usually both coaches accompany them, even if it's one player like Hyun, for example. The same with FXO. A lot of the players will just accompany them, even though it's valuable practice time for them, just to be there, to talk to them in between sets, to give them that mindset that they need. And I think that's really important, even in the individual league, as well as GSTL, but in the individual league, to have that extra support is really important.
Yeah, it definitely is. And today we've seen great games out of those two players, and you could see that they are both able to compete here. They are both able to get into Code S. This time it was Polt who was successful, but Shine, we might see him in Code S after all.
Yeah, he may still be able to get through those up and downs, and that's something that's, you know, he said he really didn't want to have to face, but he may have to. Let's look at today's results, see who advances to Code S.
It is MMA who was successful versus Violet. Trader Prime fell short to Curious. The StarTale player advancing. Yoda and Polt, the two Terran players, they complete the 4 players that will advance to Code S. The rest of them have to play the up and downs.
Yep. And that's not a fun place to be. As soon as those up and down matches are announced, you guys will see us tweet about them. You can follow us on Twitter at ProxyWolf, at Caldor. We'll give you guys an update when those groups are out. Make sure that you tune into the finals this weekend. Codes finals is going to be on Friday, GSTL on Saturday. All of that taking place in Haeundae and Busan. That's all the information down there that you guys need to know. You probably already know if you're following the GSL.
I hope you do, but this is going to be crazy. Actually, the GSL Twitters have tweeted some of the pictures. They're currently just setting up the stage at the beach. It's going to be really great. I'm really looking forward to it. You can make sure that we will supply you with a couple of pictures. So as Wolf said, you can follow us on Twitter at Calder and at ProxyWolf. There you will find some pictures from the venue as soon as we are there ourselves. I think we are traveling to Busan on Friday.
Yeah, on Friday we'll be heading out there. We'll be watching Codes, so look forward to that.
Exactly. And this concludes it for this GSL Code A season. So guys, I hope you had fun with today's matches. We'll see you at the GSL Code S and of course the GSTL finals for the weekend. See you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.